Hello, everybody. Happy Halloween. It is such a fun day. I love today. I have been having the best time just hanging out with George, getting things ready, watching some or listening to some spooky podcasts, just like had to try these little freckles. So these are that phase it, I think is how they say it. They're like the glitter freckles, but these have little bats in them. How cute is this? It's like stars and bats. It's so cute. My hair, I don't know exactly what went wrong, but this was supposed to be like down the middle, but I don't know, I parted it down the other side. So this bun has less than this bun. But I bought this like ghost thing and it kind of looks like ghost face, even though it's just like a long ghost thing, and they did actually have one that matched Evie, like Evie to match, but she is a light fury from, uh, How to Train Your Dragon. That was her choice of things. You have the same problem. I don't know why. It's like every time I do this with my hair, I'm always like off to one side. I need someone else to do my hair. Yes, thank you. I look like a ghoulish Princess Leia. George is like, "What are you exactly?" I'm like, "Listen, I'm just me in a ghost shirt with some bat freckles on." It is a Princess Leia kind of look. So I'm happy with either way. We're a ghost Princess Leia. It's absolutely fun. Who knows? Christmas tree decoration with the bats. It's so fun, right? So at least my part is straight, maybe, but it's like this poor little bun. I wish I had long, luxurious hair. I wish I had thick hair, but I have been, we will say, blessed with fine hair my whole life, and it's fine. I'm a ghostwriter. We are doing trunk or treat tonight with the kids' school, and it's going to be really fun. But usually we just trick or treat, and help out. But this year I am the room mom for the 8th grade class. So I took cupcakes up to their room as a surprise for them today. And then um, George is already on his way up to the school with our SUV to start decorating the trunk. And the trunk will also be a ghost, but it's like a big ghost face that's coming down through, like, I wish I had a picture. We kind of did a practice run yesterday. It's a big ghost face, and there's all these like dangly ghosts that kind of look like this. They have like gauze kind of stuff on it. And then there's a hole. So we've got a fog machine. Who remembers when I tried to do the fog machine maybe last year and it set off my fire alarm? So we have not used the fog machine since then. So we were like, let's use the fog machine for the trunk or treat. So we are setting the fog machine underneath the car. And you used to put on scary makeup to scare your kids. I love that, Leah. So we're putting the fog machine under the car. We've got like a big carpet, and then we've got the ghost hanging down, and I've got the cat. Vanessa Paws has taken a vacation from our room so that she can be there, so when people walk up, because she has a setting, you guys have seen her, where she's just set to be on all the time, but she does have a setting that is motion censored, so people will walk up and she'll start moving, which I'm hoping will make them a little bit scared, but hopefully not terrified. But the center of the ghost for our trunk has a hole, and the kids are going to have to reach into the trunk in the darkness to get their candy. And I'm going to have things like these little feathers, ding, 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 so that I can I've got various things. Like sometimes they're going to put their hand in, it's going to be something squishy, and sometimes it's going to be something like this, or sometimes I might like touch their hand with my glove. It's going to be super fun. I think it'll be hilarious and amazing. I am very excited. It's going to be fun. Yeah, kindred spirits. I will try not to. If it's a little kid, I'll probably just hand them candy, but Oh no, what did Inca say? I missed it. You look like Princess Leia and Bjork had a ghost baby. Oh my gosh, I love Bjork so much. Like Bjork, I used to have every album on CD and I listened to them on repeat. And I have not listened to Bjork in so long. That is a good idea to do this weekend. You have to take a picture of how this trunk turns out and share it. I will. I think it'll be super fun. I did also uh I did also buy a balloon arch because I thought it's not going to be enough, but it turns out it's fine. So we'll save that for next year's Spooktacular. Have you seen the skeleton decorations dressed as the Saja boys? I've seen that one all over the internet and it's genius. The skeleton boys all in pose. That is amazing. I need it. I need to see that. Did you see the musical movie? I did not. Is the Bjork is in a musical movie? Are you talking about Bjork? I haven't seen it. Also, we will do a Halloween giveaway, and I didn't even plan anything specific. There's obviously stuff going on the blog. It's the last day. The grand prize giveaway is over, but I have not chosen a winner. But there is a giveaway over on the website, sarracannon.com, for a Mirror of Shadows paperback. But for this hashtag Halloween, I will do a giveaway of your choice. You can either choose a paperback book from my collection or you can choose a piece of merch from my store. Either one. Now that I finally saw K-pop Demon Hunters, it's the only thing I think about. When we first, I mean, obviously no spoilers, but we will just say there are some similarities between some things that happened, like surprises about the heroine of K-pop Demon Hunters that also are similar to my heroine in one of my stories. And so, yes, including Rough Draft Challenge merch for sure. Uh, and when we saw that it was coming out, George was like, you have to watch this. So we were on our first or second night of our trip this summer and it came out and it was one of the first things we did together as a family. We ended up ordering a pizza and George and I went and picked it up, like walking around the town, and it was so huge. I think we were in, where did we go? I'm like, where was the very first place? We were in Baton Rouge and this pizza was like huge. It was like as big as my desk. So we sat in this small hotel room eating pizza and watching K-pop Demon Hunters. And we watched it so many times over the summer. It was very cute. Jenna's dog is dressed like Zoe. I love that. I should have been Zoe for Halloween. I did think about it, but then I was like, you know what? Am I going to spend too much money going crazy? But if you have not seen, listen, I don't think any of my kids are watching this stream. If you have not seen it, on the Netflix store, there is K-pop Demon Hunters, both Huntrix and Saja Boys, full size stand-up cutouts like you would see at the movie theater that you can like take pictures with. And I think I'm going to buy them for Christmas morning. And then we can just keep them in the game room. It's so fun. Oh, Vanessa got your Rough Draft Challenge hoodie, waiting for November 1st to wear it. So fun. There is some RDC merch. So there's a Rough Draft Queen, Rough Draft Royal. And then there also is just Rough Draft Challenge. There's Fit Check for my Rough Draft era. And I am going to make one that says it's giving Rough Draft. There's going to be a mug and some other things of that. So if you have any other suggestions of things you would like to see, but we will also mid-month, I'm going to have some designs made that are for each of the tiers, that is like Sapphire winner, et cetera, et cetera. And there will be coupons for that. I need to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. Would my 2-year-old son like it? Yes, because it's totally family friendly. I'm trying to think if there's any part that a tiny child would be scared of, because my 6-year-old is not scared of anything. I mean, I don't think there's anything really scary, but I think your 2-year-old would like the music. It's just so fun. Yes. Oh my gosh, you are too much and not enough. That's why George is like, you are so Zoe. But he's like, but you're also roomy. It depends. It depends. All of Sarah's merch. Thank you, Angela. Sarra Cannon -shop.fourthwall.com. Yes, the BCS hoodie. There is one BCS hoodie that I made that's white that I have not. It's a secret thing. So I will post that, but I want to make a black one too. And it's going to take a second. Dancer in the Dark. It came out in 2000. How have I missed this? I can't even believe it. I guess 2000 was a crazy year for me. The Notebooks of Zoe's, right? It's so perfect. We all have layers like onions and Shrek. This is so true. Yeah, so if you put hashtag Halloween, you'll be entered to win today's giveaway, which is your choice of any paperback in my collection, or you can also choose a Mirror of Shadows, which is not ready yet, and it is or a merch item from my store. Hagen didn't seem scared at all, but he's also watched Lord of the Rings and wasn't affected by that either. I don't feel like there's anything too scary. I mean, it has demons in it, but they're not like I don't think it'll be that scary. I really want to get a tiny top hat and paint on 4 more eyes, dress all in black to see if anyone got it. People would get it. I feel like people would get it. I feel like they would get it. There's one song she sings, I absolutely love the lyrics. Okay, I gotta go check this out. Is anybody watching scary movies or anything tonight? I feel like this would be the perfect time for it. And the last few years I have been so busy during Halloween that I have not really been able to watch scary movies or whatever. So this year doing the gaming, and I will say this is me giving props to myself because despite the fact that I had some small illness and I do have a minor, hopefully minor outpatient little surgery thing going on. I don't even really want to call it surgery. We'll just say it's a procedure going on Tuesday. But despite having a major flare up that needed medical attention, I followed through on everything that I said I was going to do for Spooktacular. And that might be the first year that I have done that ever. So I'm feeling very proud of myself because this year I am working so much harder on sustainability, joy, trying to make things more fun, and trying to do what I said I was going to do. And I feel like I have to at least give myself a little bit of pat on the back and remind you to do the same. That, it may not seem like such a big deal to be like, I followed through and I didn't cancel any events because that's the way it should be, right? But we all know in the past, I have had like, oh, I got COVID or the flu or something else happened or I just couldn't show up with it. And this year I was like, I'm gonna do it. And I did it. And I feel really excited for that. So let's hope Rough Draft Diaries is the same. Yes, writing. The readings will continue on Monday. So if you've been following along, yeah, so this was part of the key of it, right? Is like I gave myself the option to be flexible ahead of time. I communicated that and I feel proud of myself because I feel that it's like it's just moving into the the version of myself that I want to be, which is somebody who enjoys what I'm doing, doesn't have to apologize for not being able to pull through, and gives myself grace along the way. That felt really good. Um, Hopefully, like I said, we will continue this process. And I put out video today for heart breathings on subplots, and I said, I'm not promising it's going to be every single day, but I think what I'm going to do for Rough Draft Diaries is if there's a day that I just cannot get it together for vlogs, is I will potentially go live or just do an Instagram or YouTube short. And that will be the piece of it, right? Like Princess Leia as a ghost writer. We've got this. We've got this. Um, I'm ready for the reading. I've been obsessing over Slate's runes. There's so much. I love this. Let me say, so first of all, if you have been watching and listening through A Mirror of Shadows, we are halfway through. So if you have not been watching, or you watched the first or second and you never made it all the way through, we have read the first 6 episodes. And if you want to catch up, it's super easy. If you're in the Broken Chapter Society, if you go to the members tab, there is a link where you can get into a secret page and read the episodes if you want to. If you are not in the Broken Chapter Society, you can go to the playlist here on YouTube and you can listen to the episodes. And inside each episode, you have a chapter, or the pinned comment will have the timestamp of when the readings begin. And they're about 20 minutes each. And I would love, love, love for you to go listen to them, go support me, be there for it. Oh, we got a new member. Welcome, welcome. And I'm so glad you're here. Yes, the written version is nice if you want to kind of read it, because I know sometimes like listening to me read it with all the chat going on isn't as easy. But we also will have, hopefully next week, by the end of next week, I'll have the pre-order up. It took me a little bit of time to decide how long I wanted to wait between finishing reading and getting the pre-order up, but I think that what I'm going to do is put up, so the book will be finished on the 14th, I believe, of October or November. Let me pull up my calendar. So we will read episode 7 on Monday, the 3rd. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week will be 7, 8, and 9. And then November 10th, 12th, and 14th will be episodes 10, 11, and 12. And the book, in terms of the pre-order and all of that, will come out on the following Friday, which is November 21st. So I'm giving myself that extra week to clean things up and get it ready to go. My hope is during the rough draft challenge in November, I will write and hopefully get the full rough draft done of book 2. And then we can start reading that as well. I need to kind of look, and I'll probably get some of your feedback. So first of all, I think that it's experimental, right? The readings. And I feel like everybody's enjoying it, but I'm also like, okay, if we go out all the way through 5 books, are we still going to have the stamina to keep up with it? Is everybody still enjoying it? So I would love your feedback as we go, for those of you that are here live every time or you're watching the replays. Yay, Shannon, welcome. Woo woo. That you for sure, like, let me know if it's like, yes, I want more of this. Let's keep them going, etc. Inca's 15th book just came out today. Inca, I'm so proud of you. Let us know what the title is so we can go look it up. I don't know that it would let you post a link. I don't think it will. What is your costume? So basically today I am wearing my hair in 2 little buns on top of my head. I have freckles that are they're like tattoo freckles that are made of bats and silver sparkles. And then I'm wearing a white flowy top that has a ghost face on it. So it's a little bit of a mix. That's why some people were saying Princess Leia, because my hair is kind of in buns, 2 buns on my head, but also I'm wearing a ghost, but she also wears white with a hood. So it's kind of a Princess Leia outfit for sure. 5, 10, or 15 books, I will be here to listen. I love it. I think the week break in the middle was great. It's hard keeping up with 3 episodes a week. That is really good feedback too. And I also think, like, when I'm looking at the schedule of when I am going to read, I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to read on Thanksgiving. I don't necessarily want to read on Christmas, but I also don't want to have to wait all the way till mid-January to start reading book 2. Just because there's holidays. So it might be the kind of thing in book 2 where we're like, okay, we're going to read the first 3 episodes and then take a week off for Thanksgiving and then read the next 3. I don't know. So we'll just keep it updated. But I do need to get better about sending out emails, because I almost never send emails for my Sarra Cannon brand. So thank you. I would listen to it every day. Ordered your first proof copy, Rita. I'm so excited for you. I need to get proofs in for A Mirror of Shadows paperbacks too. We already saw that one. I want more scenes of Slate and Bex together. I want more scenes of the team together. Yes, I want more. It's coming. I promise. It's coming. It's coming. Hey, Casey, dropping in to say hello. Inca's new book is called No Good Comes When You Dig Up the Dead. Well, I like that. That seems like an appropriate Halloween name. I agree. The break is nice. It gives people time to catch up. Yes, I agree. Okay, that is such good feedback, because it was also very good for me. And as I was mentioning, as I was mentioning last night on Twitch, oh my gosh, last night, you guys, we played Silent Hill. This is our like 4th night of playing Silent Hill. And I was just so brain dead for the part of that. I could not come up with answers to the puzzles. It was terrible, but it was fun. Like, I feel like we always laugh when we play Twitch. So we might be, during Rough Draft Challenge, playing a couple of nights a week. I will let you guys know if anybody wants to join us. I think we've got between like 30 and 60 people watching it live, and it is great fun in the comments. But I know it is kind of late night for some people. Jacqueline says, I feel like it would be just as fun to get 1 to 2 episodes a week. So when I was first thinking through it, I was thinking 2 episodes a week, right? I was thinking maybe read them Tuesday, Thursday, or read them Monday, Wednesday, and then have a Friday coffee chat, like a normal Friday coffee chat. So if you guys want to give some feedback, the reason that I decided to do 3 episodes a week really is because episode 3, episode 6, episode 9 are all big moments in the plot. So it gives that, like, big cliffhanger every Friday, which I think has been kind of fun, but I do agree that 2 episodes a week could also work. So we could do oh, I love this one, y'all, be at every reading, no matter how many books there is, including holidays. I love that. If I have to be considerate of everyone else, then I guess the breaks are okay. Yeah, so it could be fun to do Monday, Wednesday readings, and then Friday. We can experiment and see kind of what works best, how many people seem to want to come, et cetera, et cetera. I was able to catch up on both the 6 episodes and the 2 BCS lives after the Friday readings. That sounds really good. I loved your commentary when you were moving that table. It's been a rough time, and I thoroughly enjoyed that laugh last night. I was like, James, move the table. Ah. I was asking you who am I? I'm not really anybody. I'm just a ghost. Just people were saying it seems like Princess Leia. I missed the last couple of Twitch sessions and I miss it. Such a fun group. It was fun. I like the regular coffee chats. Yeah, for sure. I prefer if you didn't feel under pressure. That is helpful as well. Yeah, I definitely I want it to be sustainable and fun for everybody, and so we will fall into a rhythm hopefully, and it's gonna be great. So, um, I was drawn into A Mirror of Shadows pretty much immediately, hooked within minutes. So fun. Oh, yeah, well, that's okay. Falling asleep is allowed. Today is Rana's debut book launch too. Okay, so Rana's book, remind us of the title of the book, Rana, if you didn't post it yet, is an adventure like along the lines of um like Indiana Jones, right? Kind of, but with a little bit of romance to it. I'm not sure. Tell us again. I know it's something with Emerald, right? I have been looking forward to this book. I believe I pre-ordered it, but if I didn't, I need to go do that now. Remind us of it. Congratulations, we got 2 people with new books. I was I was thinking potentially of The Lost Emerald. There we go. The Lost Emerald by R.J. Fawaz. Okay, got it, got it. Congratulations. Happy book birthday to you. Happy first book birthday to you. I know you have been working on this for a while, and I'm very, very proud of you. I love your cover. I think you've just done such a great job. So I do not have anything in particular planned today. I didn't like plan a talk or anything like that, but I thought that it would be fun just to talk about what's coming up in terms of like the things that I'm working on, the word of the year that I'm thinking about, some of the things that are going to be included in the Rough Draft Challenge, because even if you are not a writer, I do a lot of vlogs throughout the month of November, and like I said, it probably won't be daily vlogs. There might be 5 a week, there might be 3 a week. We're gonna see what feels sustainable as I go. But there might also be 7 a week. I don't know. We're gonna again just give I think part of the key for me is giving myself permission to go fall into the flow that feels good rather than putting pressure on. Let it be fun. When I feel like it, when it feels good, let's keep it going. Um, oh, Joshy Corinne's here. Looking forward to the vlogs. The vlogs are gonna be fun, and I haven't really done very many vlogs at all this year. I have recorded some things that I didn't ever edit, which is not the same thing. And I was just upstairs working on the intro, which has some little clips of the kids and me and different things like that. It'll be fun to get that going. But I'm going to talk about some of the sort of fun events I'm doing for Rough Draft Challenge. But even if you are not a author or writer, they can still be fun to watch because it's not just about writing. It will also be about marketing my books. And I'm going to be doing some cover switches and getting Project Phoenix up and going. I'm going to be setting up a Notion template for next year. And I'm going to be doing weekly plan with me's, and I'm going to be cleaning my house and sharing what we're doing with the kids and all of that kind of stuff. So if you want to come follow along, that's over at Heart Breathings. I feel like probably everybody here knows that channel, but just in case you aren't following me over there, it is Heart Breathings at Heart Breathings is my channel over there. And I just this week hit 81,000 subscribers, which is very exciting. Someday I'm going to hit that 100K, you guys. If you are not subscribed over there and you love me, please go subscribe. I know it's just a number, but like I want that number. I feel like when I first started YouTube, there was just no even thought in my mind that I could ever hit 100,000 subscribers. But now I feel like it could be so close. Like all it takes, as Joshi Corinne knows, all it takes is a handful of videos that hit the right algorithm and consistently putting out that good quality, and it can zip you up there. So I'm like, let's go. Even if it takes another few years, I'm in it. But I feel like November is a really fun month for writing. So on, an update about KH's brother. Thanks for everyone on the Twitch stream who sent my brother good vibes. His procedure went well. 2 stents put in. I really, really appreciate it. We are definitely praying for your brother. I'm so glad that that procedure went well and no complications there for sure. I love your channel. I love that new people would be experiencing the joy. Thank you. I feel like, honestly, last year and even some the year before, I really struggled with some of the vlogs because I think I was approaching it from already a place of burnout, and I think you can feel that even when I'm trying to not show it, you can see it, you can sense it because my energy, I'm such an open book. But this this year I'm feeling like the excitement and the joy. And I was talking about this on Twitch yesterday, and I won't go into details, but I had 2 things happen over the last couple of days that were genuinely like scary as heck. And it turned out that neither one of them was real. It was just my brain was like believing it was real. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I feel like it was the universe telling me that, like, wake up. Your life is not so like it, you do not live the life you used to live. You are safe. You are good. Let's do this. And it just felt, I woke up today and I just felt brand new in a way that I haven't in a long time. I think that was just, it was like a shock to my nervous system that sort of just like woke me up. And I had beautiful dreams last night, and I just woke up feeling so good for the first time in a long time. And I think there's just a shift happening. Simulated Sarah hit 500 subscribers last month. I was over the moon. You should be. There's so many channels that never hit those milestones. I'm looking forward to reaching 200 subscribers. Do some vlogs. Do it. We would love to see that. I remember when you hit 40K, and that was just a few years ago. Yes. I would love to see your Shadow Demon series in Braille, because I read Braille and I read with my fingers. You know, Jordan, I don't know if that would be something that I could do just because of cost. I have zero idea how much money it would cost, but we are getting them all in audiobook. And I do have some updates on the audiobooks because I know some of you have been interested in this. So we had a couple of snafus with the audiobooks and I won't go into that either, just because I'm keeping things on the positive, and it has nothing to do with my narrator, it has everything to do with some technical glitches. And so we had to go back and redo some of the books. And so book 3 is almost completely finished. Some of you got to listen to it, but there are some mistakes in it. So you'll get a new copy of that when it's finished. And more of that is coming. She is currently recording with her husband book 7. So we are getting there. So hopefully book 4 will be coming out. A fresh copy of book 3 and book 4 will be coming out to all Broken Chapter Society members who are in the top tier. And, then everyone will be able to purchase it, and we're going to keep it going. I also would love to get a Mirror of Shadows with me reading it onto so sorry, bless me, excuse me, pardon me, onto Spotify and YouTube as a podcast. So I'm kind of working on that too, but one tiny step at a time. Thank you, Jenna. Jenna, the soul writer. So Jenna will be on YouTube with me tomorrow on Heart Breathings, along with Angela and Jody Jean. we are going to do a 3-hour live stream. So Kay will start out in the morning. We have double down day and the launch for November Rough Draft Challenge. So we have I think Kay is from 7 to 10, and then maybe 11 to 2, something like that is Angela, and then Angela will be on again, will be from 3 to 6 PM Eastern, 3 full hours of writing sprints with us, and then Jenna, again, I think goes at night. Is that right? Um, I'm off on the schedule, I think, a little bit, but we're gonna have some openings for 11 to 2 is Angela. We're gonna have some openings for new admins and hosts. If you want to, like, for those of you that do have a YouTube channel, if you want to host writing sprints, it's a great way to get a community of writers going, get comfortable being live, but also to get more subscribers as well. So bring your snacks, come hang out with us. Even if you're just reading, if you're not a writer, come hang out with us. That'll be over on my Heart Breathings channel from 3 to 6. But then, like, Angela will be before me, Kay is before that, and then the evening will be later. Will Disappearance be coming on audio? I have had some interest from a traditional publisher for doing audio on Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw. And so we have been in discussions about that. So TBD, if that does not work out, then we will self-produce that. But I feel like Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw would be best as a full cast audio. And so I'm working on that. There's so many POVs and things like that. So I will keep you guys updated. You never know. You just never know what can come for you. You never know. Do your best. Hang in there. I will be sharing this year during Rough Draft Challenge. I hope I'm allowed to say that. I don't know how traditional publishing works. They might be like, why did you tell anybody that? At least I didn't say who. No auditions that I know of, but I will let you know if they do auditions. Listen, I'm telling you, Ebony, manifestation is real. And I truly feel like since we're going to talk a little bit about this, but also I think there were a couple of questions on the Discord, but if anybody else has like questions, since this is our first real coffee chat in a while, if you have questions, we can just chat it up. But when I'm thinking about my word for the year next year, we talked about this in the BCS New Moon live stream. And if you were there, it was so good. Jess, we will keep your secret. You'll keep my secret on, to all 200 of you plus whoever watches this. It's fine. It's fine. No problem. Oh my gosh, Abby, that would be so amazing. If the voice actors for Disappearance of Vanessa Shaw could be the voice actors from Until Dawn, I would just die happy. So during the new moon broken chapter society thing, we did a tarot reading, and we talked about basically this idea of word of the year and thinking through the things that you really want to draw into your life. And what I would most have been thinking about pulling into my life is, like, in 2026 over the next year, because you guys know I talk about this a lot. The other day I was in my closet and I was like, am I talking about this too much? Should I not be talking about this? But we're going to talk about the things that are on my brain. And if it's annoying, I apologize. But I am literally like 3 months and 1 year away from turning 50. And it obviously, these big milestone birthdays really mean a lot to me. I feel like being a futuristic person, there's such a great opportunity to reevaluate your life, to course correct, to awaken yourself and say, hey, are you being the person you want to be? Even George and I were talking earlier today. He said something about, oh, those were good times when I was looking through the different clips of things. And I was like, man, we didn't get enough videos of our trip this summer. We took tons of pictures, but we didn't get as many videos as I normally would have because I wasn't vlogging it. I wasn't sharing it on Instagram. It was just our little family of 4 traveling the country and having a blast. And I was sad that we didn't take a lot of pictures, or we took pictures, but I was sad we didn't take a lot of video to share it. And George was like, yeah, but the best is yet to come. We have many more years. Plus we've got those memories, whatever. And then he said to me, Will we still say that when we're, like, my parents' age? Like, his mom, I think, just turned 85, and he's like, "Will we still say the best is yet to come?" Because as you get older, you have to realize that, like, it's really just about being present to this moment and trying to make the most of what you have right now and be grateful for the memories that you've made. And I'm not always great at being present in the moment. I'm always planning, and in a way, that's okay because that's just who I am. I love to think about the future. It's like self-care for me to be planning for the future, but also I really want to be present and grateful for the things that I have. And I do think very much that these couple of things that just recently happened to me that scared me, that were not real, they woke me up of like, hey, look how great your life is. Look at all the things you have manifested. Like because it is so easy to start to focus. Like, if you want to talk about the real horror of life on Halloween, for a lot of us, is that we don't, it's like there are all these things that we wish we had, and then we get them and we start to take it for granted. And it's not like we're bad people and we're just taking things for granted, but it just is the day-to-day life gets swept up, and it becomes really easy to get caught up in the details of things that are not going great. Like I mentioned, I think whatever day it was, we had 50-mile-an-hour winds here on Tuesday, I think, or Wednesday, and there were pieces of the roof tiles were coming off the house, and it's the second time that's happened, and I know it's going to cost money, and it was just so stressful. And yeah, I'm allowed to be stressed by that, but at the same time, there's also every day, all the time, really cool and amazing and great things coming for me, just like us being here right now. Like, so fun to look forward to. Fun times with the kids tonight, baseball games and snuggles on the couch, just like even the little things. And sometimes I don't appreciate them because I get so wrapped up in my head taking things too seriously that I'm sitting there snuggling with my daughter or watching the baseball game with Andrew. And I'm still sitting there trying to calculate, like, oh, what should I do about this? And how many people, blah, 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 and what this, and like, should I launch this? And I'm just thinking about the future and business stuff all the time. And it's like, okay, this was a wake up call. Like, I just want, I know you can't be happy all the time, but I just want to try to find a way to be more alive and awake to the everyday magical moments, if that makes sense. Bless you. You just got to my sneeze. We'll see you again in a few moments, Trisha. Yeah, it's business stuff is hard to turn off, especially when you like are project managing or you're in charge of stuff or you're an entrepreneur. It's a lot. And so anyway, I have this candle that I wrote different. I took a pen, uh, like a bunch of acrylic pens, and I put affirmations on here. And so it's things like I am popular, I am safe, I am free, I am loved, rich AF, I am healthy, I am magnetic, I am creative, I am beautiful. And then I put this one, I am a wild woman, because this is part of what we're talking about. And this is part of the essence of my next year 2026 plan is yes, dollar store candles for the win. We have a bunch of these, and they're, inexpensive, but they will go for days. It's like the 7-day candles, but they don't really last for 7 days, but they will last for 3 or 4 days, and I love it. But I have never written on mine. I don't know why. And I put some cute little stickers on here too. But I've been thinking about my next year, my like plans, my my goals, my word of the year, all of that kind of stuff. And I think, I want to feel free of self-doubt, free of the free of the past, like excuses, free of feeling like anything from my past is holding me back anymore, free of feeling obligated to do things just because other people want me to, but it's not actually something I need to do, different things like that. So free is something I'm really, really thinking about. And there are a bunch of other like synonyms, like other words that keep coming to mind, like wild. Yeah, I would love to be free of procrastination too, Natalie. Like, I would love to be free of self-judgment and free of worry of the judgment of others. I want to be free to express myself and try things new. So, like I was talking about, the free of self-sabotage, that's a big one too. The search for freedom is what keeps us striving for our goals. That is true. Like financial freedom. Yes, at 27, I have a lot of life to live, but for years, my goal has been to be happy and content in the soft moments of everyday life. It feels too small sometimes, but it's a worthy goal. It is for sure a worthy goal. And I feel like social media is one of those things that can often influence us, like, for lack of a better word, to want to watch or, like, be experiencing some of the things other people have experienced, or it can make us compare and think, "Man, I wish I had that kind of money," or "I wish I had that kind of house," or "I wish I had a pool in my backyard," which is true. But also it's this idea of, like, there are like there are milestones that are amazing to achieve, publishing your book for the first time, having, the experience of buying a beautiful new house, all of that stuff. But really, your life is made up for the most part of the everyday moments. And I have just found myself getting more and more serious and more discouraged and more hard on myself. And that is the opposite of what I wanted to do. And so I'm freeing myself from all of that in 2026. Like, that is my goal. Like, focus on confidence, focus on fun, try new things. Like, sometimes I'm scared to try new things on YouTube because it's like, oh, what if it doesn't do well, or what if it messes things up? But it's like, you know what? If I'm stuck in a rut, what better thing to do than try something new and fun. So for Rough Draft Challenge, I was thinking it would be fun to do some vlogs that are similar to some of the booktubers that I have seen doing challenges like Spin the Wheel chooses how many words I write today, or do a poll where you guys get to choose which scene I'm going to write. There's just so many fun things that I think we can do. Like, you've seen some people like Kate Kavanaugh does videos like, I wrote like Brandon Sanderson for a week, those kind of things. And I think that would be super, super fun. So, Holly, I don't know if you're watching this video right now, but maybe on replay, hello, Holly Black. I was thinking it would be fun to do a writing like Holly Black for a night and seeing if I could get her to come onto my channel to say like what her writing process is like. So just having fun with it, like, stop taking life so seriously. And I don't know when I lost some of that fun, but we're going back to freedom. Wild Woman, so much fun. And when I was talking about that on the channel, I drew the Four of Wands, which is in the Light Seers deck. The Four of Wands is girls like out in the desert, like with their tambourines dancing. And I thought, how perfect is that? Like, oh, writing dice. That is a good idea too. Vanessa, that is a good idea. So if you have any other ideas of just how to make the writing fun, 222 people watching right now. This is a sign. It's a sign. Immediately switch to 224. But man, I feel like we're seeing signs everywhere. And in fact, we have 17 minutes left. So I am going to light this 1111 candle, and we're just going to set a little intention here that as we move into the last couple of months and we get chance to write and be creative and hang out together, that we are going to be bringing in like all of our wishes for things to be fun, for things to be exciting, for us to just have a month or so, or even a year of just let's make it fun again. Let's stop taking it so seriously and seeing if we can get some motivation and excitement going. They make 100-sided and 50-sided die for those of you who want minute counter decision making. Oh my gosh, that is insane. So writing dice, I would guess, Vanessa can tell us, we can go research it, but I would imagine writing dice have different ideas for scenes, like make somebody kiss or introduce a side character or write an action scene. I don't know, but we'll have to go looking for it. I do gamified plotting, but it's still in development. I would love to hear more about that. Kate Kavanaugh uses a D100. What does she do with it, for choosing word count or choices in the story? I haven't seen her do it yet. Get the dry erase dice and you can create your own. That's so smart too. We can be like, okay, which one are we going to do? D&D dice. I do have a beautiful set of D&D dice, even though I have never done an actual Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Someday I'm going to make Casey teach me what to do. Also, just so you guys know, how many minutes to sprint? Well, that is really cool of her. That's a great idea. Um, just also so you guys know, we are in the early stages of development for a HardyCon for 2026. Ah, and we might do a like a also a little Sarah BCS or Sarra Cannon con at the end of it for like a book signing. It's going to be fun and it will be virtual as well this year. So there will be an in-person event as well as a virtual event. And it is in the early stages. It will not be like we're going to make it simple on Sarah, sustainable for Sarah. So it will not be like a big hotel event. It will probably be like a small space and it will be like Airbnbs and that kind of thing for the first year. So I will give you more details about that and so I'm thinking here in Dallas to make it sustainable for me. Plus it's an international airport that's easy for everyone to get to, but that's not set in stone yet. And we are thinking May. So more details to come soon. Yeah, this is the question. They have dry erase dice. We need these, right? We need them. So there will be a limited number of tickets to be here in person, but there will be a virtual version of it. And there will be two versions of the virtual. One will be fully digital where you will watch it'll be like this, like Zoom calls. And the other one will be Zoom calls, but you will also get a box in the mail that will have a physical workbook and all the like HardyCon swag. So, lots of fun stuff. It might be more likely to see you in Florida since it's an easier trip. Yeah. It would be really fun. Listen, Jess, if you fly all the way from New Zealand to come to HardyCon, I might just die right there, right then and there. That's like the second time I've threatened to die today. But you know what? I've got on a ghost costume, so if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So I will keep you guys updated on where it will be, but probably here in Dallas to make it easy for me. No dying. I am not dying. I am just getting started. This is happening. It's going to be so fun. Lots of fun things. ZombieCon. Oh, I will haunt you if I'm not here. I will haunt you. Yes, virtual event and a in-person event all together. So I think it will probably be May. We were talking about dates coming up, probably early May, first weekend of May, which is the weekend before Mother's Day. But I will let you guys know. We'll put up a sign up page coming soon. This is just recently decided. I'm very excited about it. So yeah, that's kind of the vibe of the plans that are coming, because I am just like, what sounds really fun and how can I do it in a sustainable way? Because when I first started thinking about HardyCon, it was like I did all these tours of big hotels and they need like, oh, it's going to be $30,000 for food and beverage. And I'm like, this is so risky. And now we're gonna do it a totally different way to make it a lot easier. Oh, that's your birthday weekend. We will celebrate with you. We will celebrate you. Oh my gosh, we'll just miss you. I would love to see you again. If you guys, I didn't even really post any like vlogs or anything like that from my time in Australia, but Natalie here took me all around Hobart and it was just incredible. We had the best time, like the best day. I will never forget that day. It was just amazing. Okay, I'm going to read a couple of questions from the Discord because they've been there since the beginning of the month. Nick says, I'm considering writing a serial during the Rough Draft Challenge since it feels slightly more doable in terms of word count than a full-length novel. Do you happen to know the rough word count of your episodes in Sacrifice Me and A Mirror of Shadows? I don't know if I read this before, but we're going to answer it again. Total word counts, and did you roughly plot each episode to be a certain beat? So you may already have the answer to this to a degree, but I Sacrifice Me is between like 18 and 22,000 words per episode. So those are almost like a full novella each one. And I plotted it the similar way to how I'm plotting A Mirror of Shadows, which is I plotted the whole thing like a novel, but then I also went back into each individual episode and gave it a full 3-act structure as well inside each episode. So it's kind of like a series of novellas that all work together as one big story as well. And I've done the same thing with A Mirror of Shadows, except these are much shorter. So the full book of A Mirror of Shadows is about 47,000 words, and each episode is between, there are some that are just shy of 3,000 words and some of them that go all the way up past 5 or 6,000. So we kind of went a little bit longer on some of those than I expected. So they're a little bit variable, but imagine that they're on average about 4,000 words a piece. And I don't have a full 3-act structure inside each episode because they're only 4,000 words. But I did plot them so that they would be like episodes 1, 2, and 3 are like act 1. 4, 5, and 6 are like the beginning of act 2, and so on. RB Smith says, "Hey there, I'm going to have multiple pen names, one for my nonfiction and one for my fiction. I'm going to be writing a lot more fiction. What would be some tips for balancing multiple pen names? The closest thing I can think of is that you have the 2 different brands, which means 2 different businesses, and each one of them requires their own particular finesse." So some of the things for balancing multiple pen names would be I personally would say don't start them both all at once. I have not been super great at balancing both of my careers because I didn't really have the right systems and support in place. So if I were going back to do it all over again, before I started Heart Breathings, I would have taken a little bit more care to get better systems in place for running my author business. Because once I started focusing in on, oh yeah, don't forget you guys, hashtag Halloween, if you want to enter to win a giveaway of your choice of paperback or merch from my store. I'm going to choose a winner in just a couple of minutes here. But I wish that I had set all of that stuff up. And even now that I am kind of transitioning back, so you'll see a lot of this during the Rough Draft Diaries, hopefully, that I'm transitioning back to more writing, more what I call Project Phoenix, which is working on my backlist. I'm going to be replacing a bunch of covers. I'm going to be replacing a bunch of blurbs, redoing project listings. I'm going to be putting everything out in large print. There's going to be various things that are all coming, like audiobooks, everything else. And if you put it in more than once, it still just counts you once on StreamYard. But if you want, that's fine too, just to make sure you got it. But it would be so much easier if you start one and get a real footing in it. Say whichever one feels best or whichever one you already have most of your start in. And as you go, really build in systems for how you run that business, how you create your content, how you focus in on what you're going to do, and who you can get to support you as your business grows and scales so that you can move out to the second business without having to sacrifice the first business, because it has been less of a balancing act and more of a like juggling and constantly dropping balls and then being like, oh crap, what am I going to do now? So it causes more stress. So that is another piece of the puzzle in 20. I don't think it's case sensitive. I don't think it is. That's going to be one of my biggest plans of 2026. So a lot of my courses that I teach for Heart Breathings are going to be changing how they do it. So I'm moving platforms. Don't worry, I will make it seamless and easy for those of you that have taken some of my classes, but I'm moving platforms and a lot of things are going to go to Evergreen so that I can create new stuff. And it's going to be really fun, but it's going to be a lot of work. And so I'm going to be hiring multiple new people. It's just going to be, this is the year that I'm like getting my ish together. And I would highly recommend, if you're doing 2 pen names, especially if one is nonfiction and one is fiction, that you put those systems in place as you build and don't try to build them both at the same time. That would, and if you want to, go for it. But that would be my biggest advice. And with that, let's share my screen. Anybody else want to get it in? Hashtag Halloween. And we will choose a winner. So you get to choose whether you want a paperback signed or a merch item from my store. Dun, dun, dun. All right, here we go. So many giveaways. Some of them have gone out, but if you have not gotten a tracking number, yours has not gone out. The pages have not gone out yet either. Francine H. Francine, are you here? I was trying to think if Francine won something before, but now I can't remember. Winner candy dinner. Francine, send me an email, sarah@sarracannon.com, with your address and what you want. So if you want something from the shop, if you have the link, you can pick out anything you want. If you don't want something from the shop, pick out any paperback from my backlist that you want. Congratulations and thank you for entering. This has been fun. I miss the coffee chats, just kind of chatting with each other and all of that. Next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, readings of A Mirror of Shadows, and we will be back to BCS breakdown at the end of the reading on Friday. So that will continue on for the next couple of weeks. Vlogs start on Sunday. So tomorrow will be 3 hours of live streams on my Heart Breathings channel. If you want to come join us, we will have shenanigans and fun. I also will be giving away a New Year course bundle for those of you that want to come join in that on the live stream tomorrow as well. And then we keep the fun going throughout November. Vlogs, readings, just tons of fun. It's going to be great. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and head out just a few minutes early because, like I said, my family is already at the trunk or treat and I got to get out there and go help. Everybody set everything up. It's going to be really fun. All right, you guys. So tomorrow is 7 a.m. is K. So I will post the full schedule on my tab, on my membership tab, on not membership, but my post tab on Heart Breathings, or you can find it if you're in the Heart Breathings writing community or you have the Google Calendar. But I will be live from 3 to 6 p.m. on my Heart Breathings channel with Jenna and Jody and Angela. So it's going to be super fun. I hope you guys had a great Spooktacular. We had the most fun. I truly had a great time. I hope that you are loving the story. If you have not caught up on it, please go and listen and support me over there. It really, really means a lot. And it helps me to know that this is a viable way to tell a story because I'm kind of doing something different than what most people do, obviously, by just putting the book out. And having the support just by seeing the views and the comments really means a lot to me to know, like, okay, this is working. People are enjoying it, all of that. In the next couple of weeks, also be on the lookout. Here's the schedule for tomorrow. Be on the lookout for an order form for a one-time opportunity for now to get a special edition copy of A Mirror of Shadows in paperback signed. That is the only book signing that I'm going to be doing. And then we will, if you miss this order form, we will be doing a Kickstarter probably at the end that will have all 5 of the books as well as one special edition hardcover omnibus. So all of that is coming as long as I can get it all together. And that is it, you guys. All right. I super love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me all month. I hope that you come hang out with me, continuing on through the rest of the month. And after we are done reading episode 12, we will be back to Friday coffee chats for the rest of November until we start reading book 2. All right, you guys. Yay. I don't even want to say goodbye because I've had such a fun month. Have a safe and happy Halloween. For everybody that's watching that's already into November, I hope you have the best month ever. And thank you for your support and love. I love you right back. All right. Bye, everybody.